Did you know there's one shift that most business owners overlook and it can completely change the way your business runs? I'm not talking about some vague mental assent or motivational pep talk. I'm talking about a role, an essential role that your business needs in order to grow with less friction, less firefighting, and less sacrifice. It's a role that helps you get more results with less of you required to make it all happen. Most business owners don't even realize that this role exists, and that's exactly what we're going to unpack today. So let's dive in. Over the years, I've noticed something surprising. Even the most experienced business owners, the ones with strong revenue, solid teams, and successful offers, are often stuck in a version of survival mode. Not because they're disorganized, and definitely not because they aren't smart, but because they're still operating from the same role they used to get their business off the ground. A role that kept them in motion, but doesn't actually let the business scale. I call them stuck roles, and chances are you'll see yourself in at least one of them. The first role is the firefighter. She's constantly putting out fires. Clients need something last minute, she's on it. Team can't move forward, she jumps in. She thrives on solving problems in the moment. It's fast-paced, reactive, and even a little bit exciting if we're being honest. But there's no time to plan or build because her calendar is filled with smoke and chaos. The next stuck role is the idea machine, and many entrepreneurs can identify with this one. She's a visionary through and through, always dreaming, always innovating, and always chasing that next idea. But because she's constantly starting new things, nothing gets fully implemented, optimized, or stabilized. Her business is full of potential, but stuck in the loop of starting without finishing. The third stuck row is the hands-on hero. Now, she believes in rolling up her sleeves. She's proud of working alongside her team on every call and every thread and in every fire. She thinks real leadership means never asking anyone to do something that she wouldn't do herself. But her need to be involved in everything ends up slowing everything down. She's holding it together, but also holding it back. The fourth stuck role is the lone decider. She makes every decision herself because it feels faster, easier, and safer than involving others. Her team executes, but they don't lead. Everything still runs through her inbox, her calendar, her brain power. She's technically supported, but still feels like the only one truly responsible for anything. Sound familiar? You might see yourself in one or even all four of these stuck roles. And listen, these roles aren't bad. They're how we survive when we're building from the ground up. But the truth is, they aren't scalable. They keep you busy, they make you feel useful, but they don't create freedom or long-term growth. The breakaway boss is a fifth role that you can operate from. It isn't superhuman. She doesn't have all the answers, but she's made one powerful decision that sets her apart. She leads from a different mindset. She doesn't just delegate, she delegates with a plan. She doesn't just build offers, she builds infrastructure. She doesn't chase every opportunity, she chooses what aligns with her vision, her mission, her purpose. She leads her team with clarity. She protects her time without apology. She focuses on the work that only she can do and builds a business that can run without her. That mindset, that shift, I call it CEO mode. Most business owners never make this shift, not because they're not capable, but because no one ever told them they could. CEO mode isn't a title, it's a mindset. It's not about ego or stepping back or protecting your time. It's about leading with intention and not reaction. It's about designing a business that gets results without relying on you for every answer. CEO mode is about knowing when to be the visionary, when to manage, and when to delegate without guilt. It's the mindset that shifts you from being the business to building the business. When you operate from CEO mode, you stop reacting and start leading. You build systems that create consistent results, and you empower your team to take true ownership. Let me show you what this actually looks like in real life. Businesses I work with are often growing from business growth stage 2 to stage 3. This is a phase where they're hiring a team leader or manager and starting to work with their team to achieve a bigger vision. It's also when they begin to standardize products and processes in their business. One business owner I worked with had experienced explosive growth, and the team and the processes they had built were stretched thin. What had once felt like a comfortable business suddenly required them to jump back in, work more hours, and figure out how to create a sustainable path forward. They didn't need more tools, they needed a new role. When they made the shift into CEO mode, They stopped owning every decision and started building systems and empowering their team. They created a plan to document key processes, expand their team strategically, and bring clarity to day-to-day operations. Within 90 days, the team was delivering stronger results, and the business owner had reclaimed their time, energy, and leadership. Not sure if you've really stepped into CEO mode yet? Here are a few signs that you might be operating from the wrong role. You're the first one your team goes to with every question. You're constantly re-explaining tasks or fixing things that weren't done right. You're stuck in delivery, so strategy always takes a backseat. You have goals, but no clear plan to hit them. You feel guilty stepping away even when the business is stable. These aren't signs of failure, they're just indicators that it's time to shift. So what does it actually look like to operate in CEO mode? Inside of my Lead Like a CEO Accelerator program, we go deep into the systems and strategies that help business owners shift out of survival mode and into a sustainable, scalable growth. But it all starts with these 3 mindset shifts. Because CEO mode isn't just something you step into once, it's a way of thinking and leading that reshapes everything in your business. Shift 1, stop working harder, start thinking higher. Most business owners try to fix problems by jumping in, but CEO mode means building solutions instead of constantly solving problems. You start asking questions, things like, why did this break? Or what system would prevent it? Who can own this next time? You stop hustling harder and start designing smarter. Shift number 2 is that you stop owning every task and start owning the vision. When you're deep in the weeds, the vision can get blurry. But in CEO mode, the vision becomes your primary job. You use it to drive decisions, align your team, and create momentum. You don't just have a vision, you actually lead from it. And shift number 3 is that you stop being the business and start building the business. You're not your business. And the more it depends on you, the more it stays stuck. CEO mode means building structure. It means documenting what matters, delegating with confidence, and letting your systems carry the weight so your business can scale without chaos. They let their systems do the heavy lifting. Want to take one simple step into CEO mode this week? Try this. Choose one decision that you typically make alone and bring your team into it. It could be pricing a new offer, adjusting a process, or planning your next quarter's focus. Ask for their input. Let them help shape the direction. You'll be surprised how this one shift creates more buy-in, better ideas, and builds leadership on your team. CEO mode isn't about doing everything differently overnight. It's about leading differently, one decision at a time. Before I ever became a business owner, I spent years coaching CEOs and senior leaders, teaching them how to build teams, lead strategically, and create businesses that didn't fall apart without them. So when I started my business, I brought that playbook with me. I didn't just focus on sales or social media. I built a structure that supported growth. I created systems to remove friction, and I made sure I wasn't the bottleneck because I'd seen firsthand how powerful real leadership could be. And now I teach other business owners to do the same because you don't need another productivity hack. You need a shift in how you lead. That's what CEO mode gives you. These 3 shifts that I just shared, they're just the beginning because CEO mode isn't about working less for the sake of it. It's about doing the right work so that your business works without burning you out. If this resonated, I want to know, which of the 4 stuck roles do you see yourself in the most right now? Firefighter, idea machine, hands-on hero, lone decider, or maybe a mix? And there's no shame in it. We've all been there. Drop it in the comments. And if you're ready to operate differently, if you're ready to become a breakaway boss and scale a business that gives you back time, freedom, and results, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications. I've got more practical strategies coming your way every single week. Let's build the business that frees you, not the one that consumes you. See you next time.